Joe, and I work for the campaign, and I just wanted to welcome you all here to our grand opening of our office here in Wakefield. There are 24 delegates here that are up for grabs. 24. And because it's, yes, exactly, wow. And we are in a delegate fight. So every single delegate is going to matter. And we're going to make a point to go to the mat every single day from now until April 26th to get all 24 of those delegates. Are you with me? Can you feel the burn? Are you ready for a revolution? Come on, really. Can you feel the burn? Say it like you mean it. Can you feel the burn? We're going to need your help. We're going to need your help for the next 13 days. 13 days at this point. 13 days to get out there, knock on doors, talk to voters, and tell them why Bernie Sanders is the best choice for the Democrats here. He's the best one to get us over the finish line in November. And make sure that the White House stays blue. Are you with me on that? Are you really with me on that? All right. Thank you all so much for coming out.
I, probably like many of you, have been waiting for a candidate like Bernie for my entire life. Granted, my life is probably not as long as some other folks. That being said, I grew up in a small New England mill town where, you know the story, good paying jobs have always been hard to come by there. But especially lately, because a couple months back, the mill decided to close its doors. I'm sick of seeing my friends and my neighbors working 2 or 3 jobs and still barely scraping by. And I know that in this country we need a leader who will stand up for those hardworking Americans, and that leader is Senator Bernie Sanders. Now, I actually did a few states before I came here. I started out in June last year in New Hampshire. And when I started there, we had 2 staff members on the ground. We had about 10% support in the polls, and the political establishment laughed us off. They thought that Bernie was a fringe candidate, that he was never going to make it, that we were just really talking about the issues, we weren't trying to win. And, you follow that through just a few more months, and we won that state by 22 points. Yeah. We keep going now to where we are today. We've won 8 of the past 9 primaries. Yeah. And no one's laughing anymore. Yeah. We got 12 days now, 13 days between now and the 26th. Depends on if you're counting election day or not. And to say that this race is not going to be easily won is an understatement. Time is not the only thing that is working against us in this race. We're up against a candidate who has the backing and funding of major corporations and the political establishment all across this country. That's no secret. We're up against a candidate who won this state in 2008 by 18 points. And we're not going to let that happen again. From where I'm standing now, I've had the distinct pleasure of watching this movement grow from that very early beginning to where we are now. And we have gotten this far because of people like you all across this country who've done the work that needs to be done, making phone calls, knocking on doors, talking to voters. That's exactly what we need to do to win in this state. And if and only if we all pitch in and stand together and do that work, we will win this state. Yeah! The movement is just beginning, as it always has been, and the work here in Rhode Island to win this state starts today.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, all right.
Let's do it.
That's right. And to that end, right in the back there, we got some phone banks that are about to start as soon as I get out of here. I really want to take a moment right now to introduce you to the folks that are working here in this office, that will be working in your communities with you, alongside you, as we get to the election. First off, we want to point out Kara Bates.
If you'll just get back there and we can get that started.
You think that the voters that need to know about Bernie Sanders? What would you like them to know?
Bernie is a leader. He's honest, consistent, and he's reliable. He does what he says, and he says what he does, time and time again.